here with NSU softball head coach Donald Pickett ahead of a 3-game series at SFA. And Coach, before we get into kind of breaking down SFA and a big series that this is going to be, we're going to talk about a certain player, Casey Irvin. She might not always show up in the stat sheet with the most impressive stats, but how do you quantify how important she is to this team?
She's very important to our team. She's a leader, over there bringing our energy each and every game. And, I think that Casey, keeps us up. And a lot of times if we're struggling for energy, we can always count on Casey to keep that, that level of her energy up. And it carries over to other teams. It's contagious, and other players on our team. And, the kids that are in there know that she's, behind them. And, I think it's a huge factor for us, having her over there each and every day, counting on her to be able to bring that energy and be a spark for our team. And she's done a really great job of embracing that role. And, she just, it's something that she brings to our team that really we don't have, from anybody else at that level. And, I'm really proud of her for embracing the role. Every kid's got a different role on the team, and she's done a really good job of doing that.
Sure. And then, she, every player on this roster, every player that you recruit wants to play a lot. She doesn't get out on the field that often, but she gets in, she pinch runs for you a lot. What does that say about her character, where she's not playing as much as probably she wants to or anyone wants to, but yet she's always bringing that consistent energy?
Well, it says a lot. I mean, everybody wants to play, and all these kids work hard. They put a lot of time in, and obviously you can only have 9 or 10 on the field at one time in the lineup. And Casey's done a really good job of, I know, there's times I'm sure she's frustrated and wanting to play just like everybody else wants to, but she does not let that affect her over there on the bench during the games, doing what she can do to help us win. And, those things don't always go, noticed. And, but they're huge factors in games, and it's huge to help our approach of our team going into those games and keeping that approach, whether things are going good or going bad.
Sure. And then, kind of looking back, let's rewind to the Lamar series. How important was that 3rd game of the series? You get the series win, but you kind of had to scrape and claw and kind of find a way to win that game. Can that have some positive reverberations going forward?
I think so. I think that was a huge thing. We dominated the game. I mean, we had 12 hits to their 3, but we made a couple of mistakes in one play that cost us 3 runs, and all of a sudden, we're behind late in that game. But I thought it showed a lot of maturity of us coming back and being able to get those hits with 2 outs to get that lead back, and then to Jensen to come in and finish that 6th inning and hold them, and then Bronte coming in the 7th inning to hold them. I think that was a huge, that's a huge win. Every conference win counts the same. And, looking back, on this season, you might look back at that game and say, that was a huge, turning point. That was a huge game to win when it's all said and done. But I was really proud of the girls for being able to, stay in there and not panic, handle it their way and not try to do too much those at bats. And we got a couple of big hits up the middle with 2 outs. And, it's just a great thing to be able to come back that late in the game the way we did and get that win.
Sure. We talked following the 2nd game of the Lamar series when you guys broke out for 15 runs. You juggled the lineup quite a bit. Is that something that's been unique to this season, where you're kind of having to juggle the lineup maybe midway through conference season?
Yeah, I don't. It's been a while since we've had to, juggle the lineup this late into the conference season. I mean, we're over halfway through, and we're still, trying to, whatever works is what we're trying to go with, and we're just trying to find that, that right lineup. And, one thing about it is we've got a lot of talented players, so we can move some people around, and, it's a little different with most of the time conference season, you know who, where you're at and who needs to be where, but, just trying to find what works and trying to catch lightning in a bottle. And, it might be weekend to weekend, game to game. And, the main thing is for our kids just to continue to play the game the right way, no matter where they're at in the lineup. And, sometimes, moving the lineup around like that, team don't respond well, and sometimes they do. And we've been fortunate enough. I think we got a mature enough team that they've responded in the right way when we've been able to do that, and it was huge for us this past weekend.
Sure, and then finally for you, Pickett, you guys have proven to be one of the best teams in this conference, but you're going into a 3-game series against SFA, who's 15-0 in conference. Is this weekend series kind of a good measuring stick for you guys?
I think so. I mean, I think it's every weekend creates new challenges. They've obviously got a great team. Like I told you earlier, I don't know the last time I've seen a team in our conference 15-0 since I've been here, and that says a lot about what they're doing over there. They've got a lot more depth offensively than they've had, and they've got one of the best pitchers in the conference. Throwing for them on the mound, so definitely going to be a challenge. We're just going to have to go in there and find ways to win, and I think our kids are up to it and trying to have a great week of practice this week to prepare for that, and hopefully we'll go over there this weekend and have a great weekend and see if we can win a series.
Thanks, Pickett.